The West Coast Draft Podcast is here.
Welcome to the Thanksgiving week.
Thanksgiving week West Coast Draft Podcast. That's right. Welcome. We are live. How could I? It's literally a comment. We are live.
Special Monday episode.
Special Monday of Thanksgiving week episode of the West Coast Draft Podcast, and we're going out of order for this week too. We're doing NFL first.
This is crazy. What are we doing?
What are we doing? Well, the rankings going to come out tomorrow for college, so that's why we're delaying college show tomorrow. But we're rolling. We're arrived. We're committed to getting you 2 pods this week, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what we're here to do, even if we do have to go a little bit out of order for it. Ignore my eyeballs. I've had really bad allergies all day, so I'm looking a little puffy. That's all right. We're going to survive. How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm getting ready for Thanksgiving. Did some prep today with the extended family, getting stuff going. It's almost go time.
That's right. It's a big time of the year. It's a big time of the year for college. We're on to Hate Week. Hate Week has arrived.
It is Hate Week.
Which is funny because you look across the country and it's like Big Ten and SEC and all these other... A lot of these conferences have like very dedicated Hate Weeks. But because the Big 12 has like spread out so much...
Yeah, they destroyed their rivalries.
It's like Cincinnati versus BYU. And like... There's some crazy ones. Like U of A, ASU, keeping their dream alive. That's respectful. And then other rivalries, like obviously BYU and Utah do it at a different time of the year. I'm trying to think if there's other ones. TCU and Baylor, they do it at a different time of the year, although I don't know why they don't just do it on Hate Week since they're...
Farmageddon was in Ireland.
Yeah, Farmageddon was in Ireland. Kansas K-State, are they playing this week? I actually don't know. Probably, right? We'll find out tomorrow. What am I worrying about this today? We'll do all that tomorrow. We're here for college. We're here for
pros.
We're here for the pros.
Be a pro.
Definitely doesn't be a pro. Oh man. Oh no, K-State and Kansas are not playing each other. Kansas State's playing Colorado. So there you go.
I don't think Kansas and K-State are like their biggest rivalries. Armageddon's K-State's. No. I know that.
Yeah. And Kansas is Missouri's, but they never play each other anymore. They did play each other this year, though. They should play each other more often.
They should.
Anyways, we're here to talk pros. We're here to talk NFL action. And for the first time, again, this is the earliest we've ever done an NFL episode. So, like, Monday Night Football was tonight. Like,
I know.
Monday night action. We don't have to remember to pick a Thursday game early this week or anything like that. Like we're
picking everything.
Full slate. Yeah, we got the full slate to talk about and the full slate to break down.
It's like a big old Thanksgiving plate.
That's right. Other than Houston Buffalo, because we already talked about Houston Buffalo. That breakdown is done and gone. Is there anything you want to talk about before we get into the recaps here? Is there anything going on?
I think anything that will come up will be relevant to the teams we talk about. Probably anything newsworthy will be already relevant. So I don't think we got to bring anything up.
That's fair. All right. In that case, let's get started. We, of course, already did break down Houston Buffalo on Friday, so don't have to do that all again. Instead, talking Chicago-Pittsburgh. Throw that up on the banner there. Mason Rudolph started in this game, was not Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers did try to pass the lease off of the Chicago Bears onto Mason Rudolph. Unfortunately, Mason Rudolph did not pass the background check.
Mason Rudolph looked like Mason Rudolph, basically.
Mason Rudolph looked like Mason Rudolph. That is very accurate. That's very true. Chicago, their offense is continuing to roll. Obviously, Pittsburgh defense, not exactly world beaters out there, but they did their job. They held their own. Chicago did. Pittsburgh even got a defensive score in this one because Caleb Williams had just an absolutely abysmal.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah. So, but in the end, Chicago ends up taking care of business at home. They beats Pittsburgh 31-28.
The standard is the standard.
Standard is the standard. They were on the pace for they were 6-5. I want to say they're 6-5. Hold on, let me confirm this. Are they 6-5 or 6-6? They must be 6-5 because they've already had their bye week. Yeah, okay. So they're very much on pace for 9-8. The standard is the standard. Just go 3-3 the rest of the way, and they're going to be 9-8 again. As for Chicago, maybe the weirdest 8-3 team of all time.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have any believers outside of the greater Chicago area, but
there's one. There's one.
Who's that?
There's one big believer outside of the Chicago area.
Who's that?
He lives in the world's smallest country.
Oh yeah, sorry. Well, never mind. You're right. This is the first Bears season since they had the Pope on his side. On their side.
But the thing is, it's not confirmed that he's a Bears fan.
Is it not? Oh man,
Mm-mm.
Did the NFL make
I'm
that?
Sure he is. I'm sure he is. But he's never said it.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Pope news, though, the big fat oaf governor of Illinois went there,
mm-hmm.
and he's not even Catholic, so that's kind of whatever, I guess it makes sense to make that visit. Usually when people visit the Pope, they bring a gift, and it's usually something very like local art. It's probably like Catholic background of like they went to like their local monastery or something. Guess what J.B. Pritzker brought the Pope?
What did he bring him?
Well, he did bring him like an invitation to come to Chicago. It's like,
I
don't think he really needs it, but okay. But he brought him a 4-pack of like a local beer company beer that is called the Pope. It's like, Jesus Christ, that's such a bad gift for a Pope. You brought him beer.
That's pretty rough.
There's another fun gift. You know what Obama gave to the Queen Elizabeth? He gave her like the worst gift ever, like his first state visit.
Yeah.
He gave her an iPod with his speeches on it. That's so bad.
That is pretty rough. That's pretty rough. Hey, Chicago. Actually, never mind. Barack Obama's a big Bears fan. I forgot. There you go. There's another big.
Where does he live? Hawaii?
No idea. Probably somewhere nice. I'm sure.
Well, I think he's from Hawaii. Well, like he's from a million different places because like, he's kind of from Hawaii and then he's kind of from Illinois.
Yeah.
He's from a lot of places. I think he grew up in Hawaii, and then went to an Ivy League school, and then like lived in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the White Sox got two of the most influential fans in the world.
That's true.
Wait, no, 3. I remember who the third one is.
Who's that?
They have Obama, the Pope, and Oprah.
I did not know they had Oprah.
They have Oprah. Yeah, because Oprah's from Chicago.
That's a good point. I didn't know she was from Chicago, actually. The more you learn. There's things you learn on West Coast Draft Podcast.
Like that's where she started her like media career, like the local news. I never watched the Oprah though.
Yeah, me neither. That was a little before our time. Not that we're really watching daytime talk shows.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's watching daytime talk shows nowadays.
The biggest Oprah fan of our generation is Josh Bell.
Yeah.
And he ran her over.
Yep, that's true. He did.
Dude, that was like the.
Ran over Oprah.
And he got a signed restraining order from it.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
I think that was in the movie.
I think so. It'd be a pretty big thing just happen in a random episode.
It was not the real Oprah. I don't think she ever showed up. I love Drake and Josh. That was my favorite. Yeah. And then, like, I tried a couple years ago. I tried to watch an episode. It's like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah.
Oh, this is funny. Today, I walked into our weight room meeting.
Uh-huh.
And, like, usually I come to school before school gets out, like half an hour, 45 minutes before, get everything set up, chill in coach's office. But I came, like, right when school was getting out, and I was stuck forever. So I'm literally like a minute or two late, so I'm walking in, and, like, the kids all, like, stare at me, like, they're like, what? Because I shaved my beard and I just had the mustache right now. They were like, oh my gosh. It was a pretty funny reaction.
Yeah.
All right. It's time. It is time.
You see, I don't even have a fun. I know I told you this yesterday. I don't even have a fun rant for it this time around. I really don't. They played an all right game, actually. I don't know. Defensively, at least. Offensively, they clearly needed Burrow and Chase in that one. Offense is starting to fall off a cliff a little bit without those guys. But defensively, they actually played decent against Drake May and the Patriots. They held him in check. Everyone other than the tight ends actually got held in check pretty well. None of the receivers had a big game. Henderson and Stevenson got contained. May didn't have a real good game. Basically, other than the tight ends, they were able to basically limit New England's offense pretty effectively. They only scored one offensive touchdown. Which, if you told me the Bengals were going to hold the Patriots to one offensive touchdown, I wouldn't have believed it. The Flacco pick six obviously comes back to kill them in the end. I mean, 7 points in the game, they lose by 6. They had their own pick six, so it balances out, obviously. And I would say New England was the better team. But Cincinnati hung in there. They played hard, especially defensively. Their tackling actually looked decent for once in this one, so that's good. Yeah, they just need they need their horses back. They need Burrow and Chase back, and unfortunately now it looks like they're not going to have they're not going to have T on Thanksgiving. He's already been ruled out with a concussion, so we're not going to have any our top three. We're not going to have our big three at all together this season. Well, maybe in a few.
It's like I'd give anything to have Burrow and Chase play together this year. Monkey's paw curls.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, if you're going to lose one of those three, you probably prefer to lose T, but you don't want to play without any of them. And Hendrickson still hasn't been playing, so he's missed. I think he's now officially missed more games than he's played in this year. So he's real playing. He's playing the.
I'm sure he's very motivated to get back too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's taking his rehab very seriously.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So. That's what that is. I don't know. They lost again. They're 3-8. The season's done. I don't know. If they won today, there might have been, or yesterday, there might have been a glimmer. If they beat Pittsburgh, there might have been a glimmer. If they beat Chicago and New York, there would have been glimmers. But nope, they just keep losing. And I think it hurts more when they lose close. At least against Pittsburgh, it could have kind of come in with a righteous fury there because it was close for a while, and then Zach Taylor pulled Zach Taylor shenanigans and blew it all up. This one, they were like, I don't know, they played hard. There were still Zach Taylor shenanigans in there when they're down, like, I think they were down 3 in the fourth quarter. Or no, they were down 7 in the fourth quarter at this point. There was like 12 minutes left. They have the ball on their own 43, and it's 4th and 1, and they punt. Like, come on. So stuff like that where it's just like
Just go for it. You have nothing to lose.
If I was 3-7, I might not. If I went into a game 3-7, I probably wouldn't punt the entire game.
You're coaching for your job.
Yeah. So.
I will say this: there is no moral victories in the NFL, but you really hung in there with one of the best playing teams in football. That is something to be happy about.
Yep, I hear you. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll see how the rest of the season goes.
See, this is just I'm not mad, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, it kind of is. Like, other games I'm mad or I come in, angry. And this one I was like, I don't think I raised my voice once during this game just because I was so kind of dead inside going in.
Yeah,
which might be the worst. Might be worse for them because
you're just numb to it.
Still, yeah, exactly. If I'm angry, I still care. Once you stop caring, that's when the problems arise.
See, that's what I say to my players. Just kidding.
Yeah. All right. Giants-Lions. What a game. That
was great. Jameis getting a touchdown receiving and stiff arming a guy or running him over, basically. Incredible. Set absolute cinema. Jahmyr Gibbs going nuclear. They got criticized so much for that pick, and it's right now it's looking like that might be the better pick over Bijan.
Yeah. I don't know. Bijan, there have been times this year where Bijan's been the best player in the NFL.
I think body of work. I'd take Gibbs. Is that scorching hot?
I don't think it's scorching hot. I just personally disagree. But I don't think I would I'd push back on it, but I wouldn't push back too hard. I don't think you're ridiculous for that take. Body of work, I'd say he's definitely done more for his team. I mean, Lane hasn't made the play. I haven't even sniffed the playoffs, honestly, since Bijan's been there. So, I get it. I get your argument. He did go nuclear. And this is a game where most of Detroit's offense, Goff, Williams, they just did not.
Their offense was Jahmyr.
Yeah. If they did not have Jahmyr, they would be absolutely screwed. They had nothing else going for them offensively in this one.
Lions got some problems, man. They got some problems.
Yeah, I would agree with that. They're definitely not. They're not firing on all cylinders the way that we're used to them at this point. They're a little.
So shaky. I do listen.
Now they still win. They still do win this game, but
I have been listening to friend of the pod, Mike Valenti and Rico, because their fury towards Jonathan Smith is quite entertaining. They hate him. They're in their feelings about this one. They're getting worried that the window might be closed.
Yeah.
And I don't think those are unfound feelings. Unsound. What I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I don't blame them for being concerned. Right, they gotta fire their OC though. He's horrible, and Dan Campbell had to take over. He basically got fired already.
Right.
Defensively, they can't get home. Really, even with Aiden, all the injuries are catching up to him a little bit. And he's got no one else to help push the pocket, really.
Yeah.
I think they're an incredibly well coached team, but some things are catching up to them right now. Deep playoff runs take tolls.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
I don't know what to think about the Lions right now. I just
No,
don't.
they're just they're sus. They're sus. That's the best way to put it. They're sus.
But like the
Um,
rest of the division, it's looking like the Bears might be the best team in the division. You
I
know,
don't know if
like
they're the best team in the division, but they're the most.
they're the ones
They've got the
playing
best
well
record right now. They got the clearest path to winning it.
because Minnesota looks awful. Packers are weird as hell,
Yeah.
and the Lions are having their own problems.
Yeah.
Like
So let's say it's a three-team
this is
race
a
with
very
Chicago.
winnable division. Like if we expected them to have these issues, I think we both said they were going to take a step back. I didn't think they'd have these kinds of issues, but for how we thought of this division preseason, I'd be a lot more worried in that case than I am right now. You have room for error here.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at all their remaining schedules here. Ooh, Lions do not have an easy remaining schedule.
First place
Packers.
schedule.
Packers are 7-3-1. So the Packers are actually tied with the Bears. The Packers are actually tied with the Bears in the loss column right now. They both have 3 losses. Packers are 7-3, and then the Lions are in third at 7-4.
Third. Wow. I mean,
Packers schedule the rest of the way.
Lions just don't want to do anything at the trade deadline to make their teams better.
All of them
Past few
kind of have
years.
tough schedules the rest of the way.
Yeah, and then I think the Vikings are down to Max Brosmer.
Mm-hmm.
This one's going to be really interesting to watch shake out. Shout out Jameis, though. Couldn't get the job done. Did the best you could. It's tough going to OT against the better team. That was a crazy field goal make by Bates. I think it was from 60.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a crazy game. Crazy game. Not Lions pulling it out of their butts there at the end because they looked dead in the water for most of this.
They did.
Gibbs
I mean, hey,
the win.
and that's without Neighbors, without Dart, without Scatterbo.
Yep.
All right, I'll
yeah.
be right
So
back.
and then
Be back in 1 sec.
the last part of the NFC North here. There's probably not a whole lot to talk about. Minnesota's just dead in the water. Jalen Gardner looks awful. Genuine, he just looks terrible. I don't really have a whole lot to say on this one. Other than that, JJ McCarthy is is terrible. I'm sorry, my Minnesota faithful out there, but yeah, nine is not scaring anyone right now. In fact, 9 I'd say is the I think everybody wants to play 9 right now. I think everybody's scared of them at the moment. Shoot, Green Bay just after weeks and weeks of rocky play, just absolutely takes it to
They
Minnesota.
took it to him. Micah Parsons had a
Yep.
crazy good game. Like their
Yeah.
defense is great. It's going to come down to the offense because Love's had a rough year. He's had a up and down year for sure.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That defense, though, That's a tough defense to play.
Um,
All right, who's next? Oh, it's us. Here we go.
that's right. That's yeah. Floor is yours, my friend.
Shout out to friend of the pod, Russell, who's at the game. He took the trip down to Nashville, got sunburnt. That's what happens when you're out up in the land of no sun. Seahawks, had a good game. I think there were some things that were a little sloppy. We gave up a punt return touchdown to Jahmyr DK, who's being a really good returner this year, actually. And then we kind of took our foot off the gas in the fourth quarter. We were just kind of ready to get out of there. Linebacker court was banged up to hell because Ernest Jones didn't play. Chaz Surratt, our only backup, or no, second to only backup, got hurt. I think he's out for the year. I think he got carted off on a special teams play. So we were down pretty bad in backers, and you could tell it with the contain. You could tell the linebacker issue because Knight was out too with a concussion. Cam Ward can ball, man. Mm-hmm. Cam Ward, he's got some hero ball moments. That fadeaway throw across the field to Restrepo when he was getting shoved out of bounds by Leonard Williams was crazy. When he gets out of the pocket, when the play breaks down, he's exciting to watch, man. He's got the juice for sure. The thing I want to see from him, and you saw a little bit, and then other times it wasn't as good, was his play within structure. He's got to find that, and it's kind of tough when all your best receivers are out and you're down. So I can't fault him too much for that. But he's got some real talent that I probably doubted a little bit too much. Sam Darnold protected the ball, which is, I think, the biggest thing I was hoping to see. I didn't want him to see him shy away, right? I wanted to still see him rip it. And there's sometimes I think he threw a less probable catch, more out of bounds than I think he was feeling that a little bit, but he looked very comfortable. Jason had an awesome game. Great touchdown catch. Then another deep ball where the guy's holding on for dear life. It was very funny. Top 5 receiver, Beau?
Yes. Yeah. I think he's a top 5 receiver.
Finally.
I've said he's a top 5 receiver for a few weeks now, to be clear.
I know, but you were a doubter when I first started bringing it up. Yeah. First bad special teams play of the year. It's honestly a big upgrade from last year, but we just got they had a really good wall punt going. That was our punt play when I played in high school. We did a wall punt and it never worked, but it worked for this guy.
Yeah.
Cam Ward's got talent. And Seahawks run game was pretty good against a pretty stout front. Devondre Sweat, Jeffrey Simmons. They got a couple other dudes too, but run game looked pretty good. Gray Zabel said he really wanted to play against Jeffrey Simmons, so that's why he made sure he played this week, which I found very interesting. Robbie Oots had a big, giant elbow brace, which is funny.
Yeah.
My Russell saw somebody with a Robbie Oots jersey and sent a pic to me, which I was like, yes.
There you go. Very nice.
But yeah,
Very
wins
nice.
a win. Wins a win. Combo back to
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you'll never complain about a road win when you have to go across country. Plus they were in control of this one for most of it. It was Cam Ward balled out at the end to make it look a little closer than it actually was.
Yep. Absolutely.
Nothing wrong with that. Indy KC.
Choke job.
Yep, that's it.
I want Daniel Jones to win this one so bad.
Yeah. Man, Philly could have had KC at 5-6. Could have kind of buried him, but
you gave them a chance. Come on.
Gave him a chance. Yep, cracked the door, cracked the window for a KC comeback to the playoffs, and I mean, Mahomes had a good game in this one. Rasheed Rice had a great game in this one. It was not the best game. Definitely not the what am I trying to say? Not the best game for Louis Anarumo and his guys and his defense.
I'm very curious to what this Colts team is. Have they hit their ceiling?
Have they hit their ceiling? I would say maybe. I don't know. It's hard.
Would you be scared to see them in the playoffs?
I think yes. I would still say yes. I would
Mhm.
still say yes. Depending on what team I'm like. If I'm the Bills, if I'm the Bills or even the Chiefs, basically if I'm a I'm probably not too scared. I'm probably not too scared if I've got like an elite quarterback and I know I can really take it to him. But if I'm like, I don't know, say trying to think. If I'm the Steelers, then I'm afraid. If I'm trying to think if I'm the Texans, I'm afraid. If I'm the Jaguars, I'm afraid. Well, the Jaguars should be very afraid after what
Yes.
they did in the fourth quarter a few weeks ago. But if I'm the Bills or the Chiefs, I'm probably not too afraid because I've kind of got that been there, done that. I've got an elite quarterback, and we can probably handle that situation. Sorry. Anything else to talk about that one before we get to the Ravens?
Lots of overtime games today. It was a very entertaining morning.
Yeah.
I don't count anything else.
Okay. Jets Ravens.
Outclassed. Just outclassed. You just don't have the horses right now if you're the Jets.
Yeah.
Even if a
I would
team
agree with
doesn't
that.
play well against you, you're just not there.
Yeah. They held strong actually in this one for most of the game. It was just after halftime, the Ravens' talent difference just definitely showed up in big spots. So ultimately, there's only so much you can do, right? Yeah, just didn't, like you said, just didn't have the horses, but they held tough. The Ravens' offense definitely looks a little broken right now.
It
They
does.
definitely
It
don't look
does.
like the Ravens' offense we're used to seeing.
And I'm really curious why that is. I'm so curious. I don't know
I
why.
think Lamar still beat up, I think is the main thing that people are saying.
That would make sense.
Um,
I just feel bad for. I always blank on his name with their head coach. I just feel bad for him, man. It definitely is looking like. I mean, because what's his name? Quentin Williams is doing awesome right now in Dallas. That's just got to be brutal for him to see.
yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Um, at the same, yeah. Yeah. At the same time, they weren't making that trade thinking Quinn Williams
No,
was going to be
no, and it was a good trade, but it's just got to be brutal for him. Seeing that, God damn, my GM traded this guy away. How's Sauce doing in Indy? I haven't heard
actually
much
don't
of
know.
him.
Let me see. Let's look at the good old PFF. Good old PFF board here. PFF. Sauce Gardner. Let's see. Sauce
Did you
Gardner
ever see that
has
video of those kids crying when Sauce got traded? Like right after getting his jersey.
I did.
Too.
I did. Let's see. Premium stats. Here we go. That would suck. You wait for your favorite player to get an extension for the longest time. He finally gets it, and then 4 months later, he gets traded.
Yeah, that'd be brutal.
Let's see.
Life of a Mariners fan, man. That's why I never got a jersey when I was a kid. First of all, no good enough other than Felix.
Yeah. Right. My player. Here we go. Search for player. Gardner. Here we go.
Like I saw people like Franklin Gutierrez and Michael Saunders, Justin Smoke, Dylan Ackley jerseys.
Yeah. Here we go. All right. In Indy so far. What the heck? Oh, here we go. It's split. So he had. Why is it formatted like that? He had he's had done pretty good.
Does the Lou Anarumo defense do really good with like one elite corner?
68 great against Atlanta, 70 something. I can't read it because it cuts off, but 70 something against KC. So yeah, overall pretty solid.
Yeah.
Not bad. Yeah, he's doing good. He's doing good. Yeah. Sorry, hold on. I'm in the middle of
You see Jawan Jennings punch I forget what player, Trevon Morig, he punched him post game. So that's a suspension.
Yeah.
The Brian Branch rule.
The Brian Branch rule. Yeah. The Brian Branch rule. That's a good one. Let's see. Cleveland, Vegas. Here we go. Chip Kelly's gone.
Game. I think I told it to you yesterday, but Pete's running out of guys to fire, man.
Yeah, he really is. He really.
And do you know who their OC is?
Is it Brennan Carroll now?
No, that would be very.
Oh, it's Greg Olson. It's Greg Olson, isn't it?
For the third time.
Yeah. There you go. Greg Olson.
That would be very funny if it was Brennan, though. I wish it was Brennan now. Damn.
Oh man, that's why. Well, I remember reading that it was Greg Olson, but then I just remembered just now that it was Brennan Carroll.
That would be such an amazing world we live in. That would be like a goddamn put Pete in the retirement home moment.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's all the Vegas Raiders, just the ultimate Nepo organization. Which ironic, because guess who they played? The Nepo baby.
Here's what you do. Okay, Raiders. Here's my idea of how to get out of the Pete Carroll contract. Okay, you set up an elaborate memory care facility that looks like the Raiders football facility, and tell him that he's still the head coach of the Raiders. and just like everybody goes like, "Hi, Coach Carroll," and like give him like fake game plan things, bring him out to like a just some random turf field and like some random high school game, and say, "Oh, you're coaching this game, Pete, from the booth." You trick him into thinking that he's still the Raiders coach, but he's actually like Truman Show him basically.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if he'd be able to tell the difference. Mark Davis, my what's the word? Consulting fee is the cost of NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV.
There you go.
Just give me a subscription, and I want all 22 straight from NFL Films. I want all 22. That's all I want, Mark. Give it to me. It's hey, not a big price. I think that's pretty fair for that high level consulting work I'm doing.
There you go. There you go.
We're gonna do some grand crime or heist just to get Sunday Ticket someday.
That's all we need. That's all
we want. YouTube TV, whoever wants to sponsor us or whatever. All we want Sunday Ticket. That's all we want.
I just want the sponsor. I don't even need the Sunday Ticket. I'm already paying for the Sunday Ticket. Just give me the sponsorship deal. Let us advertise for you.
I'm not paying for it. I do want it. Whatever the really expensive one is. I don't know what the really expensive. I think it's Sunday Ticket. It's the really expensive one.
I think Sunday Ticket. Yeah, it's like $500. So yeah.
That's all I want. That's all I want. It's crazy. They like charge $500 a year, and it's like for what? September, October, November, December, January, and a bit of February.
One thing about it, like Sunday Ticket becomes irrelevant once all the out-of-market games are over and once the playoffs start. Once the playoffs start, you don't need Sunday Tickets. You don't even need January, February.
True. Yeah, so it's just 4
months. You
might
need the first two. You might need the first weekend of January.
So it's like
week 18.
It's $120 a month. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but to watch every out-of-market game.
Yeah, that is true.
So if you think about it per game, like there's probably like
what?
There's three. Hold on. So there's 3 prime time, plus 3 like there's plus a double header plus a single header. So there's 6 out of between 13 and 16 games. So 6 to 10. Say it's or 7 to 10 extra games. So let's say on average 8.5. Yeah, 8.5. 8.5 times 4. So you're getting 34 extra games a month. So you do 120 divided by 34. So it'd be like paying $350 per game to watch.
You know who's going to make a ton of money is whenever they get like a college football Sunday Ticket. Whoever is able to make that happen is going to be the next Bill Gates.
Well, but the thing is, a lot of college football games are on TV anyways. Like, I don't have a lot of, there's no out-of-market UW games.
That is true.
Like, there's ESPN Plus. Like, there's subscription services I don't have the subscription to. But there's no, out-of-market college games.
I think the only ones you really got to worry about is when they're on Peacock for the Huskies. Because we've had 2 Peacock games in the last 3 years. Michigan State and Penn State. I went to a movie theater to watch the Penn State game, and that was brutal. I saw it in IMAX.
Yeah, that was a choice.
And I knew going into that game it was probably going to be bad, but seeing Damon getting killed in that second half Because I think Will Rogers started the half, and we were getting killed. So he just was like, all right, Demond, your turn.
Uh-huh.
I wonder what Will Rogers is up to. You know, like they put in the backup late in the UCLA game, and he got sacked on a bootleg. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
is Kai Horton Will Rogers using a fake ID?
See, we're seeing a fake ID.
Well, yeah, using a fake identity. I wonder if he's a GA anywhere yet. He'll probably be a GA here.
Yeah.
You know who I'm bummed is a GA at Bama? Dylan Morris. We had to struggle through him, and he's not even a GA here.
That's crazy. Yeah, JMU. He didn't even start at JMU last
He didn't
year.
even play at JMU. Yeah. Would you have taken Demo over Will Rogers last year?
I
think he would have fit the system better. Demo could move.
Would I have taken Demo over Will Rogers last year? Yeah, I think so. Will Rogers was so bad.
It was just a horrible fit. He would have fit really good with the Boar. But he had cement feet, man. And the bootleg game's so important for our system.
Uh-huh.
Because he was a Mike Leach guy. He was an air raid guy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We haven't even talked about this game. Shout out Shedeur Sanders. The media won't stop talking about him.
Oh yeah, and everyone immediately crowning him like he's the greatest thing ever.
I got so many ESPN alerts about like his stats.
He was okay. He wasn't bad, but like people acting like he was like had the greatest rookie debut ever. Or there was like there was I got an ESPN alert that was like must see highlights. Shedeur Sanders 66-yard touchdown.
Oh,
it was a screen pass that Dylan Sampson took 71 yards.
Oh my god! See, I didn't even want to I wanted to completely block that. It's basically propaganda at this point. Like, I don't even want to listen to that garbage.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, hey, you won. I think he's like the first Browns.
He's the first Browns rookie to win their first road start in like forever.
That's getting a little specific.
I know it is. It's very specific. The first Browns rookie to win their first road start since I don't know a long time ago, probably like the 60s.
Yeah, like have they? What's the best quarterback in Browns history? Gerbach?
Otto Graham.
Otto Graham was a tight end.
No? You're thinking... No, Otto Graham was a quarterback.
Oh, I'm thinking of Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah. You're fired, hot shot. You're fired for making me Google this to confirm. Yes, Otto Graham, American football quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. There you go.
Well, that's when the quarterback was a handoff artist.
That's true.
I remember in a scouting report this year, I described a wing T quarterback as a handoff artist. He had really good footwork. I'll give him that. I was trying to make sure the scout team quarterback was doing it right. They didn't know how. It's like push off your legs. You have to get, and this isn't pistol. Get under center and push off. It's like, huh? It's like, and then my out of shape ass was able to do it. I literally went under center as a quarterback because I knew I was getting hit because it's wing T.
Uh-huh.
And I did the right footwork, and it worked. And they actually bit the fake. Wing T's like, it was fun to do scout for, but I feel like it would not be fun to play in. Because at least with the flex bone, like, I like the concepts out of wing T better. I do. You've seen them in the NFL these days. but there is definitely more excitement when you run the triple option. Would you rather be a triple option QB or a wing T QB?
Probably triple option just because it's more fun. I don't know.
You're definitely
More
going
to
to
do.
you're going to get hit a lot more as a triple option quarterback for sure. But you probably get to throw more as a wing T quarterback because the kind of like bootleg is an important play in the wing T.
Mm-hmm.
They call it waggle. You've ever seen waggle in that, and that's where it comes from.
Yeah. There you go. Learn new stuff today.
It's just like a flood bootleg, though.
Uh-huh. All right. This was a fun game.
Oh, let's look, just the Raiders, but though, by the way.
Oh, one more thing, yeah.
Geno. Ugh. Aiden O'Connell time, baby.
Yeah, it's rough. It's real bad. That was real bad.
Is Pete going to survive? At this point, I don't think so.
No.
I've never seen him fire that many people. I've never seen him fire someone mid-season. Like, it's bad. It's bad, man.
It's real bad. It's it's gonna be a one and done there. Which 2 straight Vegas coaches that went one and done. Which Houston was doing that for a while before they finally got D'Amico. So maybe the next one's gonna finally stick around.
It's definitely an ownership thing at this point.
Yeah.
Raiders have been a disaster ever since they hired Gruden.
Ever since they fired Gruden, actually, they're starting to put it together.
Well, yeah, true. Well, like the Pandora's box opened then, though, right?
That's true.
And made Monday Night Football way worse, and made NFL Network way worse.
Yep. All the above. But they were starting to turn around on the field for a while.
They were. John Gruden can coach ball, man.
Yeah. All right, Jacksonville to Arizona. Jeez, Trevor Lawrence will never.
You see Liam Cohen. How much Liam Cohen hates Trevor.
Yeah. I mean, he just signed a huge contract. Like, it's not like he's on his way out anytime soon, but it's also like, man.
He does.
I don't know.
If he's out of there, it's going to be his own doing because I don't think he likes football that much, honestly.
No, I mean,
I think the one that came out about Myles Garrett was probably bunk. But this one, the one about Trevor, I think had legs then and has legs now. I think there's no reason he only won one natty. There's no reason he didn't win more.
Yeah, and he won one, and did he ever even go back? Oh, he did go back the next year, and they got killed by Burrow. That's right.
Okay, I can't blame him that much for that one. Never mind. Never mind. Okay.
He went back the next year, and then the year after, Fields was COVID year, which he was the one saying, like, I can't remember. He was kind of the one at the forefront of, hey, we still want to have a season, to be fair. He was the one kind of at the forefront of making sure the ACC still played a season. But then they were one and done in the playoff that year.
Honestly, I think the COVID year for the Pac-12 is a big reason why they're not a conference anymore.
Yeah.
Unserious football conference.
Very, very. I mean, they didn't even start playing games until like mid-October.
Yeah. On it, you know what they were originally going to do? Do you remember this? I mean, I'm sure you know. They were going to do games in the spring.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they're going to wait till spring and do games the same time as the frickin' FCS was doing games. Which, by the way, it's kind of crazy that the FCS was playing spring games when FCS players were like supposed to be in draft season.
Well, I mean, those guys opted out, though.
Right. No, yeah, don't get me wrong. It's just kind of funny. Trey Lance didn't have a senior year at all.
And I don't want to, like, I wish no ill will to the Beavs or to the Cougs, but I think we need to think of this Pac-12 as like the revitalized Browns.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not
not
what
the same.
It was. Yeah.
We do it with the Big East.
Yeah, that's true. in college basketball.
Yeah, true.
Big East is officially dead in college football, unfortunately.
And it's not like they really provided anything.
I mean, they basically became
Oh
the
no,
American
they had
Conference.
Miami. They had Miami. Yeah,
They did have Miami. Literally, they basically became the American Conference.
they did. They did.
Pretty quickly transitioned. But
I really hope the fate of Pacific Northwest, and I don't think it's going to become that. But one thing that keeps me up at night is like, I hope Pacific Northwest football doesn't become like football in New England in the Northeast, at least at like the high school level, you know?
Uh-huh.
I don't think it will. Because UW and Oregon are in the Big Ten. But that's something I'm like, could that happen?
Mm-hmm. For Arizona, I mean, they pulled themselves back into this one, but
They did.
too little, too late. Too little, too late.
They're in games, you know, like, and that's with Jacoby Brissett in the year of our Lord 2025 is their starting.
And Jacoby Brissett's actually been playing good football for him too.
He has been. He has been.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know.
Is Gannon going to save it? Their biggest narrative is now that like it's. I think the Kyler Murray decision's been made. They're done. Yeah, it's over from there. Does Jonathan Gannon keep his job? Is the question. I think probably not. I think if you're changing the quarterback, and especially they're not going forward with Jacoby Brissett. I think that's the kind of decision you leave up to a new regime. You got to clean house. Like I think the worst thing you can do in football is what the Bears have been doing, is trying out a bunch of different quarterbacks with different GMs and different coaches. You're staggering rather than aligning. I think that's one of the very worst things you can do in football. Now, right now, it's working for the Bears now, but, you know, they were in the wilderness, man.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Big headliner game here.
This game was awesome.
Dallas comeback.
My feelings towards the Cowboys are very well known, but I couldn't help but find myself rooting for the Cowboys when they were getting the momentum in the fourth quarter. Like, it was just cool seeing, you know, and I think what they're going through with the wake of Nealon's passing has definitely, you know, been a big motivator and really helped the image of the Cowboys in my mind. And I like Shoddy.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to see AT&T Stadium just erupting with all those fumbles. Like, that was such an effort play on that punt fumble, even though it didn't amount to anything. It was like, I don't know if you saw the camera that tracked that player. I think he was like, undrafted free agent. Just, battling through that whole rep, getting there and laying the wood and knocking the ball out, and the long snapper getting on top of it. Like, that's part of the things I love about football.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think I've said this story before, and one of my English teachers said it to me when I was in high school. It's like, the other reason why Americans love sports, especially football, so much is they love stories. They love stories. There's tons of stories in football, tons of storylines. It's like the Cowboys right now are a great story. They're an awesome story. Fighting through so much, and then Shoddy pulling out the "Can you win this game in the first quarter?"
Elijah Clark, rookie DB out of Syracuse, number 38 in the Cowboys.
Good for him, man.
Elijah Clark, make him a household name. Hold on.
That's a Steve Gleason moment, man.
Here we go. I'm changing the banner. Elijah Clark appreciation.
Like, that's genuinely a Steve Gleason moment.
That's awesome.
Maybe not to that level. I mean, that Steve Gleason,
right? Because it's not like
that's a 1 in a
Dallas
million.
through a hurricane, but that was insane. That was a great, yeah.
It's in the same category. How about that?
That's fair. Yeah. That's the scrappy underdog makes a huge play and maybe saves Dallas' season.
In an emotional time for them.
Yeah, an emotional time. First game after the Neyland.
First home game, I think.
First home game, right? Because last week was the first game.
And like Pickens and CD have been great. Oh, CD's having some dropsies. Pickens has been a revelation this year.
You know what? I mean, I know it's fun to root against Dallas. I know it's fun to hate on Dallas, but if this Cowboys team rallies around the Marshawn Neyland thing and ends up making the playoffs, I think that'd be a great story.
Would Shoddy be coach of the year?
It's probably still Steichen, but he'd be in contention. He'd be one of the names they list. Because, NFL Honors always lists, has the 5 finalists. They've got, a little...
Oscar goes to, basically.
Yeah, that's basically exactly what it is. So he'd definitely be a finalist if the Cowboys make the playoffs. What's the rest of their schedule like? They're 5-6 right now, I believe. Let's see. 5-5-1.
Oh, yeah, can't forget the tie. Oof.
Two of their next 3, or 3 of their next 4 are tough. But they should at least.
This Chiefs game's going to be fascinating.
Yeah, they should at least be looking at 8-1 because Vikings at home, Commies, and Giants shouldn't be too much trouble.
Yeah.
Now that's probably not good enough to get them into the playoffs in the NFC.
Yeah, I don't think so.
At least one of Chargers, Chiefs, and Lions. Probably at least one, if not 2. So we'll see. But I would have picked them to beat the Eagles, and they did. So
that was an awesome game. Jalen Hurts had a better game, but in the second half they fell apart.
In the first half, in the second.
In the first half, he had a good game. AJ Brown finally had a good game.
Yep. He did.
Pickens is just playing out of his mind right now. It's crazy. He's definitely unlocking himself, it feels like. All right. Falcons Saints.
New Orleans. Speaking of Steve Gleason,
are you third cousins or something?
I have no idea. You see, my dad's adopted, so technically the Gleason name isn't even my biological. So which is funny. I go by Mr. Gleason. I'm I don't have a biological connection to that name at all, but I have sometimes wondered that, though, to be clear, if he was a relative of my dad's adoptive dad, and I'll never know.
Did I ever tell you some lineage I found out about myself
no, what's
a couple months ago? I am related to a president.
Oh, yeah? Which one?
And I don't do any of the ancestry stuff. As much of a history guy I am, I just don't like to give that kind of information to shady companies.
Fair enough. That's valid.
It's a funny one. Howard Taft. The big boy.
Let's go. The bathtub guy. Let's go.
The big boy president.
Let's go. What a legend. That's awesome.
So I found this, we have a family heirloom of these silver spoons that my mom has. It's I asked my mom, I know my family history on my dad's side. They were dirt farmers in Northern Europe. And then and dirt farmers in Italy. I think there's probably not as much dirt farming in Italy as there was in Northern Europe, but probably just poor people in Italy. On my mom's side, don't hear the stories as much. And it's just there's some family history on the back of this heirloom for some reason that has always just hung up somewhere, and I never bothered to check the back side of it. It was so it showed who these spoons belonged to for forever. And they never belonged to William Howard Taft, but a distant relative of him. It was, hey, I'll take it.
That's awesome. And you know what? I'll just say this: it's not one of the presidents. A bunch of people are lining up to say they're related
I
to. So I
know.
believe you 1,000%.
I know.
If you were like, yeah, I was
Like, that's not
related
something that
to
would be made up.
FDR or something, or I was
George
related
Washington,
to
Abraham
George
Lincoln.
Washington, Abraham Lincoln, I would be like, okay. Howard Taft, I'm like, all right, okay, that's
It's,
valid.
yep. Yeah, and you know what it probably is? Someone in like the family history just lied and said that. Like someone just maybe just really liked him. It's like, we're related to him. And just lied.
And now, decades later, here it is, locked into
Yeah.
history. Oh man, no one's lining up to say they're related to Zachary Taylor or Zach Taylor.
Nice.
Yeah. I actually heard apparently he's got kids, and apparently everyone says he's a good dad. So maybe people like being related to Zach Taylor. No one likes being coached by him, though. Anyways, L.A., Tampa. Jeez, what a freaking slaughterhouse this was.
Snooze fest.
To him. Yeah, and Baker getting hurt on the Hail Mary at the end of the half, aggravating the shoulder injury. Great job, Todd.
We know where he got hurt. It's the play that he put his shoulder down for the first down.
No, but he re-aggravated it on the Hail Mary, is what was said after.
Right. Yeah, right. He just finished out the half, is what I believe.
Yeah. Either way, point being, if he's out for a significant period of time, that's rough.
Yeah, it's like they cannot catch a break, man.
Tampa might be cursed. And they got a Super Bowl in the last 5 years. They're not that cursed.
Yeah, they've had like astounding success in the last 5 years.
Yeah, that's true. They won a playoff game. Yeah, they're fine. But LA just looks like a wagon right now.
Yeah. I mean, hey,
offensively, defensively, just everything's working for them.
It shows how the Seahawks played them. Is like,
yeah, oh yeah,
we're right there with them, man.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
If that game was played on a neutral field, we win because we lost by 3 points.
Lost by 2 points.
Lost by less than 3 points. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some insane fan code right there.
Yeah.
No, they're looking really good right now. Are they looking like the best team in football right now?
The Rams?
Yeah.
Oh, 1,000%. I don't think there's any question about it.
Who's there to rival them in the AFC right now? Patriots?
Honestly. When it's all said and done, it's probably going to be the Chiefs. We all know that.
Oh, yes.
Because I just don't have... Because I would have said Patriots, but the Patriots kind of look like crap against the Bengals.
They're gonna make it to the playoffs and find a way to win it, and then Andy Reid and Travis Kelce are gonna retire with a ring.
Yep. The nice thing though, if Andy Reid retires in February, is that the coaching carousel will already be wrapped up by then. So
true. And you know who they're gonna get? Oh, imagine if Lanning came to the Chiefs in February.
Oh, man. Oh, Oregon having to scramble for a new head coach after National Signing Day and all that.
After the portal's closed, because there's no spring portal.
Yep, that's true. There's no more spring portal.
Happy Hate Week, by the way.
Happy Hate Week.
I think you already said that.
That's true, we did. But that's okay. It's never a bad time to say it again. All right, and then last game, tonight's game, Carolina, San Francisco. Hey, I told you last night, I hope this is a defensive showing, and it really was.
Yep. Did you win your fantasy game?
I did. Actually pretty comfortably, too. I went in with a 35-point lead, and I think I finished winning by 18. So, pretty comfortably.
Poor Zach. I'd lose that game without Gibbs.
Yeah. So there you go. They don't update the standings till tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure I'm up to the number 3 team in the league.
I'm having a better year than usual, I believe.
Oh, never mind. They already have updated the standings. Yep, I'm up to number 3 now. There we go. We'll take that. Yeah. I mean, shoot, I got literally 8 points out of Josh Allen and zero points out of Jameson Williams, 4 out of Stephon Diggs, and 4 out of Chris Boswell, and I still found a way to come out with a win. Shout out Browns defense for getting me 17. No one on my bench performed either, so I can't even sit here and say that I chose the wrong. Like maybe no. I could have done better with my flexes because I could have put Michael Wilson as one of my receivers, taken J-Mo out entirely, and put Jake Ferguson as one of my flexes. So I could have done better with the flexes, actually.
I'm 6-6 right now. Okay. I'm number 6. Dang. That's about average.
Hey, number 6 is the cutoff for the playoffs.
I might make the playoffs this year. Oh my gosh!
You might. This might be you might finally make it. This might be.
I've made it before. I've made it before.
That's true. You made it before. We're actually in line to play each other in the first round right now.
Oh my gosh! Nice.
Right now,
that would be awesome.
There's still 2 weeks left.
That would be awesome, though.
Oh, that would be.
You know what my best move this year though was?
What's that?
Picking up Dak on waivers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it looks awful smart right now. Dang, I feel like I've played Angelo like a million times. His team's insane.
His team's really good.
Yeah, you got Drake, man. Although I traded for Saquon. I bought the low on Saquon and bought the high on Diggs. And I've traded away all my picks. I pretty much traded away all my picks next year, so it's a good thing I don't love next year's rookie class. That's kind of the nice thing about being like a draft guy is I can look ahead and like, I can trade away some picks. I'll be fine.
Oh yeah. I'm a pick hugger. That's my favorite part of this league.
Yeah, that's fair. I shoot off. I haven't had a first round pick in years.
Yeah, you're doing just fine.
I'm less Snead out here. My last first round pick was when I traded Amon-Ra St. Brown and my first round pick to trade up and get Bijan.
Never forget. I forget who I traded. Ken. Honestly, I did trade Ken Walker high. I will say that. But I traded Ken Walker and Sam Laporta for Anthony Richardson.
Oof. That's not great.
That was a rough one.
That's not great. Do I have a? Okay.
Purdy had a rough game.
He did 3 picks in the first half. He settled down in the second half, but yeah, not.
You could see he was a little rusty.
Yeah, he definitely settled down though as the game went on.
Carolina was losing corners left and right.
Yep, J.C. Horn was just J.C. Horn and Mike Jackson both, but J.C. Horn was
Seahawks legend of Mike Jackson.
That's right.
Yeah, no, I was watching that game, cutting a million cranberries in half. Yeah. So your hands get stained a little red. It looks like you're Lady Macbeth.
Oh yeah.
Shall we get to the picks? I think this might have to be a lightning round.
I'm kind of exhausted. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a good week for a lightning round. Plus we got another pod tomorrow night, so
we got to save our energy for tomorrow.
Gotta save the energy.
Tomorrow's gonna be a fun one.
That's right. But we ended up tying because San Francisco. What's up?
By the way, have you seen the possibility of what Navy can do?
No. What?
They can. If they have the possibility to be the highest ranked G5 team, make the playoffs, then lose to Army.
Oh, that's true, because the Army-Navy game's after. I didn't even think about that.
And they can't get them out of it. They can't knock them out of it after.
That's right. All right. Well, here we go. We tied again. So, no, I guess this is our first week tying. Yeah,
Panthers, you let me down.
Carolina. Panthers let you down there. So, end up coming through with the tie. So I still have a 1-game lead.
Tail to the Chief.
Let's see. Hold on.
In this part of the world, buddy.
Man, holy cow, my thing is super laggy right now. I might have to pop out and pop back in here.
It's all good, but oh yeah, I see it.
Midshipman. All right, I'm gonna pop out and pop right back in here if you wanna ramble for a minute here.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that. Okay, Thanksgiving games. I think the first two are awesome. We got two really good ones that. But then Bengals Ravens is kind of a bummer because these two teams have just no offense to you, Beau, but they've just been kind of let down. So it's like I'm not particularly excited to watch either of these games or either of these two teams play. Like it feels like John Harbaugh might be kind of a dead man walking at retirement because it's just not his year right now. But they might win the division, but it's definitely like the telltale sign of like, ooh, it's looking like it's getting stale maybe. But like it sucks that we have two awesome games in the mornings and afternoon slate, and then kind of a stinker for dinner time. But I can't blame the NFL too much for this one, does it? I wonder if they can flex a Thanksgiving game. I think the NFLPA would go on strike if that happened. I'm sorry. I'll believe it when I see it, Beau. If Joe Burrow plays, I'm a lot more excited. However, the Bengals haven't been very good this year. I don't see any way that defense does anything against Lamar, your favorite player in the world. He's confirmed returning? Okay. I'll accept that. I think it could be ugly, though, and I'm not one to talk because the Seahawks a couple years ago were awful on Thanksgiving. Like I just want a good game Thanksgiving dinner. That's my whole complaint. But imagine if a team got flexed into Thanksgiving. Imagine how mad the players in the NFLPA would be bad. Well, I thought that's what you were talking about when you said "Hail to the King." My bad, buddy. Man, Beau's computer's taking forever to start. You need to get a new computer on Black Friday, buddy. What's the college game on Thanksgiving? I remember putting it on. Was it last year? Navy Memphis. Ooh, that'll be exciting. I remember. I think it was last year. Tulane was playing on Thanksgiving, and it was more interesting than the Thanksgiving dinner game. But like for us, we eat Thanksgiving dinner probably closer to 6. So like we watched the game a little bit first, drinking some stuff on the couch. Welcome back.
I'm back. All right, it's running way smoother now. So
That's good. That's good. Nothing works better than turning it on and off again.
let's see. What was I gonna do? My computer's still burning alive, but it's at least moving it's moving beyond a sail space now.
Are you
weren't we skip 15?
LSU's Saturday with Michigan? Are you we have our college episode tomorrow. I'm gonna be pretty excited. I'll just give you a little preview. I don't know if you're a Ohio State or Michigan fan, but we don't see anyone stopping the Buckeyes this year right now.
No. Not the moment.
That defense is just probably.
But we said that. I said that last year too, and I was.
We were wrong. However, I think it's a lot different this year.
That
But
is
yes,
that is true. I do as well. I do as well, to be clear.
that might be one of the greatest college defenses ever assembled.
They are,
I
yeah.
was saying
Hard to argue with that. Ohio State's pretty insane.
the college game interests me a little bit more than the Bengals Ravens though. It's
Is there
Tulane
a college game
Navy.
on Thursday night?
Tulane Navy.
Ooh, that is a good game.
You
Didn't
have some
Tulane have
interest.
a Thanksgiving game last year too? Oh yeah, it
Oh
was
no,
Tulane
Memphis. No, no,
Memphis,
no.
winner to
Memphis
the
Navy.
American
It was
Championship.
Memphis Navy. It's Memphis Navy.
Oh, okay.
But yes, because I was
So
saying,
not quite as
I remember.
special.
I didn't remember if it was last year or like the year before when Tulane Memphis was on during Thanksgiving, and it was a more interesting game than the game we had on.
Yes, because I remember last year the Thanksgiving night game was Dolphins Packers,
Yes,
which
that's what
was
it
just
was.
an absolute stinker. Yeah, that was an absolute stinker. At least this year you got the Burrow return storyline that can make it.
That is a good storyline. And I am excited to watch
Last year,
Joe Burrow play
no
some
one cared
football.
about the Dolphins. No one cared about the Dolphins. Respect to Dolphins fans. No one cared about them last year.
I know one person who did, that teacher.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, she was locked in. She was locked in for Thanksgiving night.
I wonder how she's feeling about their win streak right now. I wonder if she's like a really smart fan, and she's like, I wonder if she's like a really smart fan, and she's like, they're ruining our draft stock.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, they play New Orleans this week too, so they could theoretically ruin it a lot more here coming up soon.
I bet you she's a ball knower, man. I'd put money on that.
She's into it. She's into it. She's like got like the she's like teaching the class average, like their yardage per game, their points per game. Like soon I'm like soon she's gonna be teaching them about like EPA per play and stuff.
Yeah, get really in there. It's like a formation. She's like getting them ready to play high school ball. Formation recognition.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's their geometry lessons.
It says Chiefs versus Cowboys after the
I'm really excited for that one. That's going to be a really fun one.
Yeah.
The Evil Empire versus America's team.
Yeah, America's team that actually has some supporters this year. Normally,
like that actually might be kind of America's team right now.
Right now, yeah, they're all rallying behind Marshawn, which I love that. It's awesome.
It is awesome. This is probably like the closest to America's team they've been in a long, long time. In the 90s, they probably were America's team.
Right. Probably. I mean, they've always had a big fan base, right?
Yeah.
So, there you go. All right. Okay, here we go. I'm back. So you still won a week most recently, so you get to pick if you want to go first or second.
I'll go first. I'll pick the Lions for.
All right, here we go.
My boy.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So Detroit minus 2.5. I feel like they're just not very good. Like, I feel like it feels like the way the world works. The Lions are going to lose this game. They're struggling this year, and it's Thanksgiving. They're trying to let down their fans like they usually do on Thanksgiving. Give me the Packers.
Yeah, they're cursed on Thanksgiving. Packers stomped them earlier in the year. Packers aren't playing too well right now either, but
it feels like the Lions playing on Thanksgiving is only to depress their fans on Thanksgiving on a holiday. That's the only purpose.
They genuinely are cursed on Thanksgiving. Like, remember a few years ago, even the year they went to the NFC Championship a few years ago, they played on Thanksgiving, got crushed by the Packers.
Yeah, no.
Give me the Packers as well. I feel like it's been a while since I picked against Detroit, but yeah, give me the Packers in this one.
My dad is a Lions fan, and he doesn't watch them too often, but he always gets to watch them on Thanksgiving, and like they always just let him down. It's like he's like, ah, he always just gets like exasperated by, and like disappointed by them. It's a very
Have I
fun
picked
dynamic.
against Detroit all year? Hold on, Detroit. They might not have played week 8. They might have had week 8 off. Week 7.
Okay, I did pick a Detroit against Tampa. I picked Tampa to cover versus Detroit. That was wrong.
I think the way my dad feels about the Lions,
KC.
the way my dad feels about the Lions is like similar to how I feel about the Mariners. I feel like
That's fair. Oh, I picked the Ravens to cover against them. Okay, so I picked against the Lions twice. Oh, no, I picked against them for Green Bay, too. Okay, so I picked against the Lions 3 times this year. And to be fair, I am 1-2 when picking against them. But I'm going to stick with my Green Bay pick here. I just think the Packers are playing a little better. Also sus, but slightly better, and they're getting points. So give me Green Bay. Chiefs going to Dallas. Dropping 3 to the boys. Cowboys are playing some inspired football right now.
they are.
Chiefs having to go on the road. Cowboys offense is NFL champions between Korea and Nam. Okay, I gotta. Oh yeah, and they were. Yeah, but in the 50s and 60s. Oh yeah, back before it was technically the Super Bowl, they were killing it.
World champions is what my dad always says.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's the same argument Browns fans use that I laugh at. So I can't unfortunately.
That's what he always says to me. It's like Seahawks will never be world champions. Like, okay,
which is literally the equivalent of NFC champions in today's NFL.
yeah.
So, which is an accomplishment, but anyways,
it's something the Lions have never done.
That's true. It's something they haven't done since. That's true. Oh man, this is tough for me because Cowboys are playing inspired football. KC's so up and down. Like it's literally week to week with them how they want to play.
KC getting points scares me.
No, it's Dallas is getting points.
Oh, okay. I must have misread it.
I might regret this. I feel like every week I pick KC and every week they let me down, but I'm gonna keep doing it just because I feel like they're gonna turn back into the evil empire one of these days.
How about them Cowboys? Give them to me.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right on that one.
It's a vibes pick for me. It's a vibes pick.
Yeah. And then lastly, Bengals Ravens on Thanksgiving night here. Oh, I've been updating the banners.
Just in time to ruin your Thanksgiving dinner.
Well, this would be dessert at this point, thankfully. Actually, you know what? I will be. I'll be surrounded by my family during this one because we're doing a late Thanksgiving. So,
oh yeah.
Yay! So they get to watch me. I don't know. I think with this Bengals season, I'm past the point of crashing out. I'm kind of more. I might cuss a little bit, but it'll be like a course. I won't be like screaming and hooting and hollering like I was against like the Jets. That game I was hooting and hollering.
See, my Thanksgiving dinner got ruined a couple years ago. Now it's your turn.
Yeah, there you go. Anyways, Bengals Ravens. This is Burrow's first game back. It is confirmed. He never really plays well on his first games back, but he usually...
It's bad that's like something It's like, on his first games back from his injuries, he doesn't play well. It's like,
and his early games in the season, like whenever he plays like week 1. Like, he didn't play great in week 1 either. It's always... Early season Burrow, he always has a ramp-up period. Okay. I don't know. Baltimore's not playing great either. Like, I genuinely don't think either of these teams are playing great football. Honestly, if I was just going off of last week's performances, I might pick the Bengals to at least cover in this one because the Bengals held tight with New England. Could have won at the end, whereas the Ravens sucked against the Jets and only really won because it's the freaking Jets. But knowing that Burrow's going to require a little bit of a ramp-up period and knowing they're going to find a way to hurt me, give me the Ravens. Also, it was technically your pick to start anyway, so I don't know. I just had a whole.
It's fine. There. It's fine.
We'll reset here.
I'm feeling generous. It's the holiday season.
There we go. Thank you, sir.
Um, I'm gonna go Ravens right now. The Bengals just I can't confidently put a pick for them.
And I don't blame you for that, to be honest with you. All right. Black Friday, Chicago, Philly. Quietly, an actually pretty good Black Friday game. We don't get
That
a
is
lot of
the
these.
first one ever. The
Since they
first one
introduced the
ever.
Black Friday games, these are usually stinkers. This one's pretty good.
This is the best. This is the first good one. They've all been
Yeah.
awful. And the thing about the Black Friday games, it always feels like they're always like at a very drab, like field lighting place, like at the Jets.
Oh yeah, the Jets won last year. The Chiefs in like a very overcast, rainy environment. Now, obviously, Philly might be overcast and rainy on Friday because
If it
torch.
was at Soldier Field, that would totally fit the trend.
Yes.
But
Let's see.
it's
What's
not.
Philadelphia looking like on Friday? Let's find out here. Friday, sunny.
What?
With a high of 42 degrees.
You have my attention.
It's still sunny. 0% chance of precipitation.
You have my attention.
Look at that. We might have our first fun to look at Black Friday game. And fun to watch because this game will actually probably be pretty good.
Oh gosh. That's how bad these games have been.
Yeah. Well, putting Jets Dolphins on Black Friday was always going to be a recipe for disaster. Then again, I guess that was the first year of Aaron Rodgers, so maybe they had high expectations back then.
Yeah.
All right.
Gosh.
Is your pick, my friend?
I'm thinking like Bears playing confident. Is Philly imploding? Is Philly pissed off? I'm gonna go Philly. I think a young team is tough on a short week.
Yeah. Short week on the road. Yeah, I think Philly can cover this one. They'll be tight, though. Chicago is playing a lot better. They're playing better than the Detroit team that just went to Philly and kind of got smoked last week.
Yeah.
But probably Philly's going to be pissed off. If they'd coasted against Dallas, honestly, in a weird way, I'd almost feel better about picking Chicago. But I think they're going to come out with a little bit of fire. San Francisco, Cleveland. I can tell you this game will not be fun to look at. San Francisco 4.5 points, road favorite. I texted you earlier. They are the quietest 8-4 team ever. Like genuinely, the way people talk about them, you'd think they're like 6-5, 6-6, but no, they're 8-4. Heading up to Cleveland, where Cleveland tends to play pretty well. I think 4.5. I'm comfortable with. Give me the Niners to cover this one.
Yeah, it should. Give me the Niners. Although, hey, remember last year they lost in Cleveland? That was pretty fun.
That's true. Jacksonville, Tennessee. Tennessee, 6.5 point home dogs to the Jaguars, who are on a little bit of a winning streak. Not the most. I mean, they killed the Chargers, barely squeaked by the the Cardinals. And they're trying to extend that streak to 3 in their playoff push here in Tennessee, who currently is in line for the first pick in the draft. Who are you picking?
I got to go Jacksonville here. Although I was impressed by Cam Ward's play, they just don't have the horses right now.
Part of me really... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
And they're banged up, too.
Right.
Just at receiver, like Kamara DK is his best receiving option.
Yeah.
And like they're so banged up that Restrepo is playing.
Tennessee and Jacksonville haven't played this year. So I don't have like a previous game to go off of. This is tough because Tennessee, they had a late comeback to cover against Seattle. What was the line? 12.5. Okay. So that one's a lot less confident. Jacksonville's up and down. Division games are usually closer, especially road division games. Jacksonville.
I might get punished for doubting Cam Ward after saying I don't doubt you anymore.
I might. Do I go? They're so up and down. This team is annoying.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Kansas City.
This is on the road though. I kind of gotta weigh the road games more. So they beat.
Not a long
San
trip
Fran.
though.
No, it's not. It's not. But they've had their struggles against Tennessee in the past.
I do feel like
You know
Jackson
what?
was
I'm gonna
bad,
regret.
too.
I'm gonna regret this. Give me Tennessee. I'm probably gonna live to regret that one.
I'm
I
already kind of
think
regretting I think we both have some regrets right now.
It's a tough game. That's a tough game. One of us is gonna win it.
I'm intrigued by that game, which is like it feels weird saying that for a Jaguars Titans game.
Right, exactly. Hey, that's 2015 Thursday night football staple. Jaguars Titans to you.
Seeing Derrick Henry destroy gosh. Did that one
Was it
cornerback
Miles
ever
Jack?
play?
Who?
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah. You know, a fun little bit of Titans Jaguars lore is it was the first ever color rush game.
It was the mustard, the Dijons.
Actually, true. It might have actually been Bills Jets. No, I think
No. It might have been Buccaneers. Might have been.
It wasn't
too.
Buccaneers Rams. Buccaneers Rams was pretty late in that season. Let's see.
I know that one had a lot of complaints about. I think Jags were in the Dijon Mustards were the first color rush game.
2015 Jaguars season. Hold on. So they played let's see, Thursday night football. So that was week 11. Let's see.
Is that really the first color rush game? No, it can't be.
I can't remember. And then 2015 Buffalo Bills. The first year they had the red jerseys. Schedule 2015. I was right. Never mind, my adjustment was correct. But Bills Jets was actually the first color.
Really?
Yep. In week 10. The very next week was Jaguars Titans. Very next week was Jags Titans. So
damn.
Close. A pretty interesting game on the other side of the AFC South extravaganza is Houston Indy.
I like calling these extravaganzas.
I know, it's fun. It's fun. The round robin, if you will.
The round robin, yeah.
Indy's 4.5 points. Favorites at home. Yeah, give me the Colts. Give me the Colts. Am I gonna regret picking against the Texans that are on a 3-game streak and just keep finding ways to win? Perhaps. But
that's a risk I'm willing to take as well.
That's a risk I'm willing to take right now.
Give me Indy as well.
Yeah. Miami playing Tyler Shuck and the Saints. Miami's a 6.
That is That's a punishment game.
Yep, right there. That's a punishment game right there. Which is it's rough for me to say considering Miami's got a better record than Cincinnati now. It's not bad, Scott.
Oof.
Yeah. That's why we need Joe Burrow back. Genuinely, I think. You go ahead. Sorry.
6-point favorites. Give me the Saints.
Yeah, that's. I know Dolphins are playing better, but it's not like they're like killing teams. Like they barely beat the Commanders in Spain. They did comfortably beat the Bills. That is true. They did comfortably beat the Bills.
I think that's just a fluke game, honestly.
They got killed by the Ravens, who aren't necessarily world beaters. So yeah, give me the Saints. Jets Falcons 2.5-point road favorites with Kirko Chains back at the wheel. No more Mike.
For now.
Oh,
he's not dead.
Well, he's out for the season.
For now, as in for this season.
Well, yes, that part's accurate. Yes. Kirko versus the Jets. They're just starting to lose steam. Give me the Falcons.
I got the Falcons as well. The Jets are just in a tough spot right now.
Yep. The Bruce Arians Bowl, Arizona, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay 3-point favorites. It might be Teddy Bridgewater versus Jacoby Brissett.
That's another punishment game.
Yeah, maybe.
Like the teams aren't bad, but it's just the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Is this my pick?
Yeah, you're up.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go. Bucks are kind of reeling, but I'm just such a Cardinals hater. Do I change my brand? Do I change my whole flow? No, I'm gonna go Bucks. I still believe.
Yeah, I think even with if Teddy Bridgewater plays, it kind of changes things.
Yeah, the ghost of Teddy Bridgewater.
Right. Teddy Bridgewater playing. Hold on, I'm gonna do a quick Twitter search here.
He's like a coach on the field.
Okay, it doesn't. It sounds like he's gonna play. It sounds like he's gonna play. It's his left arm too, so. Oh man, you know what's funny? If you search Baker Mayfield on Twitter, the 5th post is him signing his contract with the Browns, his rookie deal.
Ooh!
I love that that's still the 5th post that comes up when you search Baker Mayfield on Twitter. Yeah, give me the Bucks. I'm gonna take Tampa. I'll take Tampa. If Baker plays, give me Tampa. Cardinals. Rams Carolina. Rams dropping 8.5 on the flight to Charlotte. Give me the Rams. They're rolling.
That's a brutal stretch for Carolina. Give me the Rams as well. 10.5.
No one believes in 9. No one believed in you, 9.
Yeah, he's not playing.
Oh, is he hurt?
He got a concussion. It's Max Brosmer.
That's Max. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I saw that. I did see that. Oh man. All right, this should be a pretty easy one then. If you want to do a breakdown, go ahead. But I know who I'm picking.
That's going on. But also, do you know what the other big thing going on this game?
What's that?
Sam Darnold's gonna be pissed.
Oh yeah.
Because he wanted to stay and they chose JJ over him, so he's gonna try and show out. Even the Seahawks by a fucking million.
Yeah, I'm also taking Seattle. It's crazy.
For transparency, Duncan Stewart, W8W. I'm a Seahawks fan. Beau is a Bengals fan.
Yes, I am. Pittsburgh Buffalo. Is this confirmed the game of the week? I believe it is. But let me confirm.
What a bad afternoon slate.
Yeah, that's rough. CBS single. No, I need next week. Hold on. NFL week 13? Yeah, Buffalo Pittsburgh confirmed game of the week here. Bills -4 going to Pittsburgh. I could see Pittsburgh keeping this one close. But Buffalo's going to be pissed. I feel like Buffalo plays good. Buffalo this year is like stinker, get pissed, play good. Stinker, play pissed, play
They're
good.
like the Huskies.
Yeah, they're in line for a good one in this one. So give me the Bills to cover. Oh, I just realized I gave you the Panthers in this one. I meant to give you the Rams. My bad.
No
Stuck
worries.
that one in there.
That's why I'm losing. Yeah, I tend to agree with you. Is Rodgers going to play?
He is. He was pushing to play against Chicago, and he just barely wasn't able to. So I think
Are you going to put
this one.
Is it in his throwing hand?
Yeah, it's in his throwing hand. Yeah.
Imagine if it wasn't, and they put like a giant cast on his non-throwing arm.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Like what?
How would you catch the snap with like the
like with what Landon Hatchett's wearing.
Yeah.
I had a safety this year. Oh my god! So this kid is like, how do I put this nicely? He's a player that frustrates me. Good kid, but does annoying stuff all the time, and thinks he's a lot better than what he is. And he's small, unathletic, not fast. He was so bad at everywhere else that I was like, let's just try it at safety. Gets like a giant arm cast that the trainer has to make for him for a broken pinky. And it's like, Coach, I can catch. Coach, I can catch. It's like, no, you can't. You can't use your arm. And that's honestly like one of the biggest issues for our school. It's just general softness for stuff like that.
Ugh.
Yeah,
That's brutal.
It's like kids missing practice for a jammed finger. It's like unimaginable for me with my coaches.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's just what that kind of cast makes me think of, is that guy. And he's a
That's crazy.
sophomore, so I have him for 2 more years.
Oh jeez. Anyways, you picking Buffalo?
Yeah, I'm thinking Buffalo. I agree with
great.
your sentiment of like stinker, good game. And like he's one of the kids on the sideline or during practice, like, oh coach, I call safety. It's like, this isn't how this works. You can't call a position. And like always on the sideline, he's like begging me to put him in when he just got toasted. Every time I give him a chance. And like it's my fault for letting that behavior work. But like I always give him a chance, and it's always bad. It's like, it's like we're winning, and it's like, like we're preventing anything from going above our heads. Like, coach, put me in. Why you take me out? It's like I want to say like, because you're slow.
Wait, like, you've seen The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler, right?
He's like Brucey. That's what you're saying.
Oh no, your story reminds me so much of this season. There's so many kids that were like, "Oh, coach, can I be quarterback today? Can I be quarterback today? Or can I at least try and practice today?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll give you a rep. Show me what you got." They skip a pass 10 feet in front of them on like a 12-yard out route. Why can't I be quarterback? That's why. Now sit down.
That was Brucey.
Oh, is that? I don't remember the actors' names, to be honest.
It was Brucey. Yeah, I know exactly what scene you're talking about. Come on, let me throw a pass. All right, hit me, and then just not even close. That's why.
Sit down. Oh, I love that kid. Chris Rock. Yeah, that's true. Chris Rock wasn't that one. I forgot about that one.
He was good in that one. We have we have a sports movie tier list, I think, way in the archive.
We do. So it's somewhere. It's very deep. It was like summer, not this past summer, but summer
back when we
year.
put effort into off-season episodes.
Yeah, this year we kind of were coasting
to be
on
fair,
like one episode a month.
To be fair, we also ran out. We used every single possible idea
in that first summer. Yeah, maybe we could probably cook up some fun stuff.
We kind of mailed it in.
Yeah,
it was tough because I was coaching too.
Yeah, you're coaching, and yeah, there's a lot going on. But we'll see. Draft season, regular season, draft season are our babies. So
I'll say
the 4 months in between those two, we're kind of struggling for content.
Yep. I remember like I was asking my coaches,
right.
Like seeing me and my teammates when I played, like talking about the longest yard, and like one of my coaches, because all my coaches were old. So it's so cool being on such a young staff. They're like, you guys talk about the Burt Reynolds longest yard? It's like, no, we're talking about the Adam Sandler longest yard. And they're like, what? There's an abomination.
No idea what you're talking about.
Amazing movie.
Yeah.
Because like supposedly the Burt Reynolds one's like a classic.
Oh yeah. Well, and I think they're just different Different strokes,
Genre.
right? Some one's a clear comedy, while one's more of a sports drama.
Number one sports movie, though, listen, viewer, or at least football, for me, always will be Remember the Titans.
Right, the Titans is a classic, absolutely.
I love Remember the Titans.
Mm-hmm. Remember the Titans is a good one. It's a great one.
Or Full Court Miracle.
Coach Carter for basketball as well.
Oh, Coach Carter.
Classic. Brian Song. I haven't seen Brian Song.
Brian Song is sad. It's sad. It's a good movie though.
Yeah.
I just love like the Coach Carter memes. It's like the whole city was mad that Coach Carter stopped the team from playing because they're all failing. Why are they mad at him? He's right.
I think well that was the point. He was right, but the whole city only cared about basketball.
I was like, they're like saying like the city's ridiculous. Coach Carter was right.
Yeah, if you can't average C's, like what are we doing here?
And he made him wear suits.
He made him wear suits. Yep, he made him wear the NBA, the walk-in. Well, they don't even make wear suits in NBA walk-ins anymore. They don't care what you wear.
Yeah, they were crazy stuff.
They were crazy stuff. That's the thing. NFL walk-ins, other than like Halloween, they've kind of started to do some crazy stuff. But NFL walk-ins, they're usually wearing something pretty nice. NBA walk-ins, you see guys walking in. And to be fair, there's 82 versus 17.
Yeah,
so I get it. And I'm not going to find 82 different suits to wear, you know? It's probably fine to walk.
I think there's plenty of NFL players who wear pretty goofy stuff.
That's fair, yeah.
You usually
get one or two a game.
Charles Barkley roasting guys who wear dumb stuff is very funny.
Also, by the way, in honor of Chris Paul retiring, give me 2 words to that makes
Steve Nash, Chris Paul. Must see TV. Like, that was a lot more than 2 words. Chris Paul, Steve Nash, must see TV. That's 7 words. It's like, all right, Paul and Nash. That's 3 words.
Paul and Nash. Well, that's the funny thing. He was like trying to defend it afterwards. He was like, "You didn't say 2 words. You just said make it brief." I'd be like, "Yeah, but you said 2 words." You said 2 words. Chris Paul and Steve Nash must see TV. And he was like all confused. I love Charles Barkley, man.
Oh, he's a national treasure, man.
Quietly, some of the best SNL episodes, I think, of the past 20 years were Charles Barkley hosting. Quietly.
See, I don't watch SNL.
I don't usually, but back when they were on Netflix, I watched replays of them. Like, and I'd like look for. I didn't watch every single episode. I looked for like host names that I knew well. So like I saw Charles Barkley, and I'm like, oh, this will probably be okay. And I watched, and I was like, this is hilarious.
I've seen many clips though.
Yeah.
But I like the ones where he plays Shaq. Those are pretty good. No, I love Charles Barkley, man.
All right, Vegas Chargers. We're starting to. Ooh, we're almost to the 2-hour mark. All right, Vegas and the Chargers. Chargers 9.5 point home favorites. You're picking
Harbaugh Carroll Bowl. Yeah, Chargers by 1 million.
Yep, I agree.
Put Pete in the retirement home, man. Just elder abuse.
Yep. Denver, Washington. Washington's still starting Marcus Mariota in this one. Denver having a little bit of momentum behind them. They're not necessarily playing great, but they're handling business and they're
playing better than their opponents, basically.
Yes. Give me Denver. 6.5 might be a big spread, especially on the road, but Washington they suck right now.
I don't see how Mariota is going to handle that pass rush from Denver and the way they're playing on defense. Give me Denver.
Yep. And then last game of the week.
Is James Daniels going to play this year?
Apparently, they never put him on IR, and Dan Quinn's saying his return is coming soon.
His arm was facing the other way.
And they're 3-8. Just rest him, dog. Then again, I'm a Bengals fan saying that, so
Yeah,
maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm a hypocrite. Anyways,
they could use the draft stock, man. That would honestly tank him for the year. Little
yeah,
reset.
they
Shed
need
cap,
young players.
shed
They
some
need young
cap. That
players.
that could honestly be good for them.
So, yeah. After this game, there'll literally only be 5 weeks left in the season. I don't know what you're hoping to gain from Daniels coming back at that point when you're 3-9. But
Jeez, so there's only
anyways,
5 games left in the season.
yep.
This season's gone by
We're
really
almost
fast. This season's gone by really fast.
the two opposite ends of the fan spectrum. There's only 5 games left in the season versus yes.
Praise
only
the
5
Lord.
games left in the season.
The misery's almost over.
It's almost done. Oh, I hated this season. I will look back. I think 2025 I'll look back on as one of my least favorite seasons. And
I cannot blame you for that.
Of all my years of sports fandom, or I'll say Bengals fandom in general, it's weird that I think of seasons, and I'll go back to like middle school. That'll be my cutoff point. 2011, no expectations, was kind of just a fun year because that was the Dalton Green. We got to the playoff, we got killed in the first round, but I had fun with it. 2012, we were actually a little bit better, but the vibes were lower. I don't know how to explain it. Like, we just, like, it didn't feel as fun. Maybe it just wasn't as novel, or, you know, I was starting to notice what areas where we were struggling a little bit. Maybe Dalton wasn't that guy. They started 3-5 and had to turn it around towards the end. So they worked out. They made the playoffs, got beat by Houston the first round again. Whatever. 2013, I think, was probably one of the most high vibe seasons as far as just, you know, regular season. Everything really went smoothly. Went 8-0 at home. Handled business in the division. Went into the playoffs pretty confident. Got killed by the Chargers. This was in the peak Marvin Lewis years, by the way. 2014, vibes were off all season. AJ Green was playing hurt at points. Dalton hardly had his worst year as a starter after signing a big extension. They had a tie with the Panthers at one point. It was just, vibes were just awful. They still made the playoffs. Actually, still got the 5 seed, but got killed by the Colts in the first round because AJ Green was hurt. 2015, vibes were immaculate. Vibes were superb. Literally, smooth sailing all year.
I'm still not over that loss.
Yeah, I know you aren't. Until Andy Dalton breaks his thumb. AJ McCarron steps in. Things immediately go south. We still make the playoffs, still win the division. Almost beat the Steelers, which shows just how well built that team was, that they almost beat the Steelers with AJ McCarron at quarterback. But
there were so many good receivers on that team.
Yep. That was the last year of AJ, Marvin, Jones, and Mohamed Sanu all together. And that was peak Tyler Eifert.
Yeah.
Just a bummer.
Tyler Eifert, man. That's a name.
He was so good. He was so good as peak. 2016. That was just awful vibes here. We still had Whitworth and Zeitler at this point, but our offensive line just like overnight became terrible. Like, we gave up like 8 sacks against the Jets in week 1. This is Cedric Abwehi's first year as a starter, by the way, so that's probably why. He was just awful, just horrendous. Just the vibes were off all year. They had a tie in London. And by the way, can I just say something? Years with ties have bad vibes. If you have a tie, the whole rest of the year is going to have a bad vibe.
That's 6-6 game for the Seahawks.
Yep, there you go. So, I'm padding time at this point, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, just awful. Just awful. 2016 sucked. 2017 was also bad. Going into the year, I thought it was going to be okay. And then we lost 20-0 to the Ravens on opening day. Didn't get a touchdown for the first 2 weeks of the season. Fired our OC after week 2. Marvin was going to get fired at the end. They did have the awesome Tyler Boyd touchdown to put the Bills in the playoffs in week 17, which kind of brought the vibes up a little bit, which then was squandered a few days later when they decided not to fire Marvin Lewis. So 2017 was horrible vibes. 2018, just the whole season felt weird. Just nothing. They started 2-0, but the whole season just felt crappy. They finally fired Marvin. 2019, no expectations, so no vibes. We're fine. We're fine. We were tanking. I was totally fine with 2-14. I was kind of hoping for 2-14 actually. 2020, vibes were good. They did have a tie in there, but vibes were solid. Then Burrow gets hurt and everything falls apart after that. Obviously, once Burrow gets hurt, nothing. I wasn't even watching once Burrow got hurt. Everything sucked. But they had maybe the greatest vibes win of all time when Ryan Finley beat the Steelers on Monday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
That was beautiful. That was a great, great moment. 2021, ironically, the year they went to the Super Bowl, vibes were good, but there were multiple times.
Uh-oh. I can't hear you, buddy.
I'm back now.
A little fishbowl-y.
Little fish.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Okay. I was messing my mic over here. 2021, obviously we go to the Super Bowl, so the playoff vibes were immaculate. Regular season vibes were a little up and down. We did go 10-7, so we didn't have like the greatest regular season ever. But I'd say December stretch of beating Denver, Baltimore, and KC to lock in a playoff spot. Vibes are never going to get higher than that. But it was a little up and down. There was shaky moments in there. There was a rough loss to the Chargers. There was OT loss to the Niners that hurt. They lost to the Jets that year. They got swept by the Browns that year. So there were moments, but playoffs will always forever make that one. The best year for vibes as a fan that will never be matched, unfortunately, was 2022. 2022 was the best team the Bengals have ever assembled, top to bottom. Because it was like the 2015 team if it had an elite quarterback. The offensive line stayed healthy until like late December, like literally until Christmas Eve, I think, when they played the Patriots. They had a healthy offensive line. Then Lyle Collins tore his ACL. Then 2 weeks later, then DeMar Hamlin happens the next week. End up losing a chance at the 1 seed because of that game. Then Alex Kappa breaks his ankle against the Ravens on a dirty hit. And then the next week we play the Ravens again, and Jonah Williams, I think he jacked up his shoulder, I think. Point being, we lost 3 offensive linemen in 4 weeks. And it showed in the AFC Championship for sure, because our offensive line was awful in the AFC Championship. But then, even despite all that, kill the Bills in the divisional round. Another fantastic vibes win. And then they lose to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship, and it's been all downhill from there. 2023, Burrow starts the year hurt. He gets hurt halfway through the year. The vibes, even when they kind of had a nice stretch run where they swept the AFC. They played all 4 NFC West teams in a 5-week period, and they swept them. So that was a fun little moment. Going into San Francisco and winning was great for vibes. Beating Buffalo on Sunday night was great for vibes, but everything just fell off that year. I think Burrow starting the year hurt kind of just threw a whole wrench in everything. And then last year, I mean, it's a tale of two teams. Offensively, the vibes were amazing. Defensively, you just hated every second of it. This year might be the worst of any year I've ever experienced for vibes. Just everything feels ugly. Even their wins. Like, I don't know what their point differential is off the top of my head. Last year, despite having a losing record for most of the season, they had a positive point differential for most of the season. In fact, all the season, I want to say. Well, not when they're 0-2, obviously, but for the most part. This year, I don't even want to say what our point differential is. I don't know it off the top of my head. It's probably in the hundreds, though. Because, I mean, I'm serious, because their 3 wins were by 2 to Pittsburgh, 3 to Jacksonville, and 1 to Cleveland. Versus, like, they lost by 38 to Minnesota. They lost by 22 to Pittsburgh in the rematch. Lost by 25 to Denver. 12 to Detroit. And they got a little bit better when Flacco came in. Point being, though, this year just sucks for vibes, honestly. I'm ready for it to be over. Like, I just went on like an 8-minute tangent because we talked about how I'm glad the season's almost over. Welcome to the West Coast Draft Podcast. All right, here we go. That was your Bengals rant. You know, I promised a Bengals rant in all these episodes. I didn't have one earlier because they didn't give me much to rant about. There it is. The vibes suck with the 2025 Bengals. Okay. Last game, Giants Patriots. Patriots 7.5-point home favorites. You get to start, my friend.
All right, I'm taking New England. Enough said, man.
Yeah, no,
it's genius.
Yeah. No, I think Dart's actually gonna be back for this one, but I'm still taking New England. Still taking New England in this one. I think they come back. They get a little bit more rest. They're at home. They play one of their, I guess you could kind of say, rivals. I think it's a good spot for them to cover.
Yeah. I mean, like kind of Super Bowl rivals.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. As much as a rivalry you can have between AFC and NFC teams, for sure. All right. Well, that is it for this edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. We made it. Next time we talk will be tomorrow. Won't even be that long of a wait. Tomorrow we're going to talk all college football action. We'll have a new set of rankings to break down, and we will be picking picks for the last week of the college football regular season. For that, we have truly made it. But don't worry, bowl season will soon be upon us. Any closing thoughts, Mr. Jokinen?
If one of us has good Thanksgiving, all of us has good Thanksgiving. If one of us like, all of us like. If one of us subscribe, all of us subscribe. Thanks for watching.
And drive safe, folks.